Okay, how we doing out there? First things first, my name's Ted. I was going to bring downstairs the Optoma T1 contrast ratio right up on top of the screen. I'm going to show you how far close my projector is sitting from the wall. Ultra short throw, sitting less than a foot away from the screen, less than a foot at 20,000 to 1 contrast, and that's with 3,600 lumens. This is a really good projector. One I have upstairs, and the bedroom screen we painted upstairs. So we have our 3 different forms of screen paint mixes. As I said before, it really of mixing multiple versions of a screen paint mixture. They're all going to react the same way when it comes to contrast, even with a projector of 20,000 to 1 in contrast. We did the Panasonic, which has 1,600 to 1, and then we did a 4,300 lumen projector and a fully lit environment, and the screen still had some problems fading when it comes to black levels. Now, as I said before, when you watch a lot of these demonstrations with gray screen paints, one of the things that they would display is a lot of, but they never show true black contrast levels and how the screens react to it. Now, as I said before, and anybody feels that their product may be different than what we're displaying here, they can feel free to do the demonstration with the, what they call the Starlight or Space Screensaver. And they can repeat the same demonstration. I also posted the ingredients on how to make this stuff. And as I said before, I wouldn't go about this route or making a light gray screen paint due to the fact that your screen will completely disappear. Like, you can pick up colors, all that and well, but when it comes to your contrast levels, they're going to fail miserably. All right, so as you can see, I'm doing a star field demonstration on my Optoma GT56. We're going to take out our lights, get it nice and dark in here. That's the wrong lights. Lights from outside. So there we are. Dark environment, as you can see. Now, as I said, look at the swing pair. As you think you're seeing black levels, and you're not really seeing black, you're actually seeing shades of gray. That's what you're picking up. All right, now, keep in mind this projector, when I bought it, cost me $1,100. I think they run about now around $800 and $900 now. That's still a lot of money for a projector that you think you're getting a 20,000 to 1 contrast from this projector, but you're not. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take our technology and we're going to lay it up against the screen. There you go. There's our technology laying against the screen, which means that 20,000 to 1 contrast that you paid for, and yes, you did pay for it when it comes to these projectors, you're getting every penny worth out of it. Now think about it. You don't even have to have a 20,000 to 1. My next projector I'll bring down later on tomorrow because I got a lot on my plate to do today. We'll bring down the 1,000 lumen projector that has a 200 to 1 contrast ratio on it. 200. That's it. It's not going to make a difference on our black screen because our black screen is going to pull contrast regardless of what your contrast is going to be. Now let's pop our lights back on. And you can see where our screen maintains a black level. And keep in mind, like I said, Optoma GT does not give this option away for free. You will pay for that 20,000 to 1 contrast. Now, let's go over here and let's pull some other demonstration with all black contrast. I wanted to do a demonstration, and I wanted that we designed 3 different forms of screen paints with gray, silver, metallica, everything we put into it. And like I said, if any screen paint out there that makes gray screen paint or whatever, if you make this product, you will have no problem copying our ingredients that we posted at the bottom and repeating the exact same demonstration. Like I said, when we do black screens have to be able to show off a white level. Anytime I design a new screen, if it's a black technology, of course, one of the tests I have to be able to do is showing off white levels. So I have to do white screensavers, white snowstorms, anything involving white and bright colors. Because people expect for black screens not to be able to pull white levels. Where same thing, same scenario to a gray screen. Gray screens do not have the ability to pull contrast. And because of that, these are demonstrations that should be done to show you the difference between anybody else's product and a gray screen. So we got a couple of demonstrations here. Let's pull up one of the, I think we got one here. We got a good one here. We got LG OLED. We're bringing up. And I have people that swear, they swear by their gray screens that they feel that, hey, look, you know, my gray screen has the ability to put those contrast due to the fact that my projector has a 20,001, a 10,000. Make a difference what you have on your projector. As you're seeing it here live, you will never be able to pick up contrast. And we've done this on other screens. Keep in mind, we didn't do this on cheap screen paint also. We've done this on elite screens. We've done this on Dark Star 9. We've done this on the Gray Cinema 5D. We've done this on high performance screens. This is why I'm telling you that the change of black technology is going to come. Whether you like it or not, it's going to come. Because due to the fact that these screens do not produce contrast. Now I'm doing this at the Optoma GT56 because I told you I was going to do the demonstration. So just in case if somebody comes up and says, well, did you do this on short throw or ultra short throw? And I can show you a demonstration on ultra short throw. I think I'm gonna grab me a chair because I get to sit in the back of the projector, which is pretty cool. It's pretty cool, man. It's cool. Grab me a chair. There we go. Now, and do some of that demonstration. Lights on, and we'll put our technology in front of it. Now the whole object why people want ultra short throw projectors because they want the capability of having a TV in their home. They do not want to be subjected to a dark environment. Now, lights are out due to the fact that I will have people that will claim their screens are not ambient light rejection. It doesn't make a difference. Even if you have a light gray screen, you couldn't pull a contrast level with the lights out. As you can see right here. Let's see if we can grab me another one. A few of these we're going to do. Let's go do, let's see, we did Starfield. Let's do the Sony. Sony has a real dark contrast demonstration. So here we are with the lights out. Our black technology sits in the middle. And we have two light gray screen paints on either side. And as you can see, with the lights out, with a 20,000:1 contrast, light gray screen paint cannot pull the image. Can't pull contrast. Contrast looks much better with the lights on, lights off. When we put any lights in the environment, you will see what happens to your screen. Actually, if you have a gray screen, that's what's going to happen to it. As you can see, the black screen still maintains color, where the light gray screen fades here and fades there. 20,000 to 1. See the difference in between the river here and the river there? See how bright the environment is. How close the projector sits. Oh, remember I told you about that glitter effect? There you go. That's what you get when you put that stuff in your paint. Like I said, Christmas tree effect. That's what you're going to get. Messing around with that glitter. Oh, my projector has 20,000 to 1. Big deal. You're not going to see it. Let's see. Oh, really quick. So yeah, keep in mind, I'm going to have people saying, well, my product is not ambient light rejection. Doesn't make a difference. It's an ambient light rejection. Lights are out. So it doesn't make a difference if your lights are out with 20,000 to 1 contrast on your projector. You're not going to be able to pick it up. You're just going to pick up shade. Screen's going to react the same way. Any projector I have here in the shop is going to react the same way. This is what you get when you have cheap screen paint, gray screen paint. This is what you get. And this is an Optoma GT56 with 20,000 to 1. So it means 20,000 to 1 doesn't make a difference. You're not going to see it. Some people feel that if you can still see the image, then the picture quality is fantastic. No, this is a really bad picture. This is a really, really bad picture. But some people feel because you can still see it, this is nighttime. It's showing a night display. That's the way it should look. Some people will show you a video and say, hey, look, you can still see the image. Seeing the image doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything at all. It's supposed to be a nighttime display. So that background is supposed to be pitch black, not gray. Same reaction with the lights out again. Background comes up gray. Makes you think when you go home and turn on your projector, you go into your room and turn your projector on and look for the Sony 4K Contrast Demonstration 2015. Play that on your gray screen and see what happens. That screen's going to come up gray. It's not going to come up black. Even if you're using ultra short throw. As a matter of fact, I have a laser too. I'll bring a laser down here too. We'll do the laser and the 1000 lumen projector back to back tomorrow. All right, let's put another one. Samsung's got a good one. A dark contrast demonstration. We'll do this with the lights out. Now, let's run it back and let's show you what you're missing at 20,000 to 1. Any scenery that comes up in gray means the contrast is not pulling. So on the gray screen paint, you see where images come up in gray. That's what you're seeing. You're seeing a kind of a darker shade of gray. Now let's look at this right here real quick. We're gonna go back just a minute. Let's look at the moon very carefully. Now you see the moon here? You see all the craters and the detail in the moon, how it comes to life? And look on this side, completely blank. Because it can't pull contrast. So you're getting a washed out image. That's what you're getting. You think you're getting a brighter image, you're getting a washed out image. There is the outer space, which is supposed to be dark. And if you look at the moon very closely, you will notice that the moon is showing all the detail, all the craters to make it look realistic. This is a 1080p projector. My resolution is supposed to be extremely good. But here, it's gone. So this is why I don't mind showing you how to make the screen paint, because I know what's going to happen when you paint this stuff on your screen. What's going to happen? You're just going to end up with a very, very, very faded and washed out image. Look at the firework display. Now I'll go back just a minute. This is the advantage point of having black technology. You can watch this with lights on. Majority of most people that have, well, I have one upstairs. It's just my ultra short though from upstairs. We use ours like a TV. So we're watching sports shows, whatever reality shows. We're doing it with the lights on. Because people now treat an ultra short throw like a TV, something you can set right up on top of the screen. You could Bluetooth the entire thing. Mine has Bluetooth capability. And then the cool thing about it, like I said, you treat it like a TV. You watch your TV, you watch your sports, you watch your shows, everything off of it. You're not going to be sitting there watching movies 24/7 off this thing. So most people who have ultra short throws want to use them in the lights with the lights on. If you're going to replace your TV for a projection screen or a projector setup, then you know if you're going to go with a gray screen, just go get a TV or just buy a knockoff. Because the projector is my model number. It's an Optoma GT56. And show you how much light we have in the environment, nice and bright. So if I have company over, and this is my screen downstairs, they're not going to be able to see it properly if it's gray. But if it's black, they can sit over here and look at the screen. They can sit over here. This is realistic. And look at the screen. Anywhere in the environment where they're going to go, they're going to see that black screen pull up. Meanwhile, the gray screen looks like that. Now, the reason why they try to make it seem like the gray screens are pulling contrast is because they use a lot of multicolors and a little bit of blacks are peppered out through it. And then you think, oh, wow, it's got to be ambient light. No. That's when you show true black levels. No color, just black contrast only. Now, imagine this. When you come home with a projector you just paid $1,100 for, your screen looks like this. Your $1,100 projector. That's what I paid for this one, $1,100. That's a hurt piece on too many levels. All right, let's see. Let's go over to, we did this one. Let's pull up the star field. I like to do the star field. Star field is a hard demo. So there's your 20,000 to 1 right down in star field. Can't say the projector's got a throw distance issue because it doesn't. It's 36 and it's sitting less than a foot from the screen. Now for some of you want to say, let's see this with lights out. Let's take ours off first. Give it that little system shock. Take that off first. Oh, let's watch some Batman too. Let's watch some Batman. There you are, lights out. Now some people think they're seeing black. You're not seeing black. See those little traces of gray all in the screen? That's just projector trying to produce a contrast level on the screen that's gray. There you go. That's what your black levels are supposed to look like. Now you're getting your money's worth out of your... The OLED demonstration, lights out. As I said before, all OLED demonstrations, backgrounds are black. So keep in mind, you think you're seeing black when you're technically not. Now look at the background. Notice how bright the black screen's white levels are compared to the gray screens. See that right there? That's surprising. Your screen even fades in a dark environment with a 20,000 to 1 contrast. A gray screen, listen to me, a gray screen fades with a 20,000 to 1 contrast with a projector sitting less than a foot at 3,600 lumens. And mind you, we've done this already with all of the Elite screens. We've done this demonstration with that Paxson, I think it was by Daylight screen with the 0.8. We've done it with that one. DMP Supernova, we did it with that one. I can show you, we've done these demonstrations. I can show you every last demonstration that I did in the dark. Lights on, lights off, color patterns against high performance screens. Now I come up here and I make a bunch of cheap screen paint mixes and they're reacting exactly the same way as I said they would. And like I said, if anybody tells you that their product is different, all they have to do is do the exact same demonstration I'm doing right here. No problem at all. And all they have to do is match their product against other gray screens. As I've seen right here, we got 3 different forms of gray screen paints, which I've made and displayed them, made them right in front of you and displayed them. And this is with the lights out. So those of you who have dedicated theater rooms, this is, I'm not trying to be rude here, this has got to be a bit of a hurt piece, because keep in mind, for everyday Joes that don't have a dedicated theater room setup, that is some serious money that you put into setting up that dedicated theater room setup. Everything down from soundproofing to the floors, the structure, the design, the chairs, the whole 9 yards to duplicate a movie theater in your home. And you're sitting up there with a gray screen, a high power projector, and you seriously think you're seeing the best picture you could possibly get when actually you're not. You're getting 50%, if not less, from your projector. I don't know what projector could possibly explain it any better than an Optoma GT56 at 20,000 to 1. If you got 4K, forget it. I mean, you're getting a 4K image. You're definitely getting that. Or you're getting the best color? Nah, it ain't even happening. You're not getting the best color. And this projector literally sits right up on top of the screen. And look at the color. Look how faded it looks. This is why you have to go through that painstaking nightmare of calibrating your projector. None of my projectors have ever been calibrated. Not one. Like I said, if it was any different, every gray screen paint on the face of pen reacts the same way. Yes, they are. All mixes are the same, my friend. Because if all mixes are not the same, then anyone actually making a mix would have no problem doing the exact same demonstration that we just did on a star field demonstration. Lights on and off versus black technology. So you're going to tell me that a light gray screen paint of a different caliber is going to be able to pull a contrast level as black as a black screen. Is that what you're saying? If that's the case, my friend, I think you may have the ability to squeeze water out of a stone. But if you have proof of this and you can do the same demonstration I just did, feel free to post it at the bottom of this comment section. I'll be looking forward to checking out your video. I want to see, as I said before, lights on, lights off, a star field demonstration. But not only that, keep in mind, we do our demonstrations on our black screens versus white screens, or black screen versus white levels. We have to show a white screensaver with other multiple shades of black screens, showing which one produces the highest white level. Now, here's my challenge for you. What you could do is, you could basically show multiple shades of gray screen paints, and you can do that on an all black screensaver and see which one pulls up the highest black contrast. When we do this demonstration versus a black screen versus a black and white level, we show a significant difference in level when it comes to white levels. So high that the other screens become pitch black dark when it comes to displaying a white level. I got demonstrations for days to back up that with no problem, in live and pre-recorded. So I give you a challenge. You show me multiple screens. My friend, TV, an OLED demonstration projects a black background. That's the part that you're missing. It projects a black background, which means if your background's not black, it's going to basically come up, what's the word for it? Gray. The projector itself is projecting black. That's what it's doing right now. That's why you're seeing it here and you're not seeing it there. It doesn't have anything to do with it has to be on the TV. No. What is gray good for? Tell me what a gray screen is good for. Because keep in mind, I've tested elite screens over here also. Let me know, what's a gray screen good for? Please don't sit there and say that it's good for bright colors. Is it good for bright colors? Is that what you're going to say? Because you might not like this demonstration coming up. Let's show you something interesting on bright colors. Let's go with, let's see. Because there's no way in the world a gray screen is ever going to be a pull-up image in a fully lit environment. Your screens don't even produce outside. I got demonstrations of our screens producing images at 4 and 5 o'clock in the evening watching a football game at 21 feet back on a 180-inch screen. Let me know if you can match any one of my demonstrations. Feel free to post. I'll give you 3 days. I did the same thing with elite screens. I've tested all their technology. It's all the same. Oh my goodness, this person. You want to challenge me on, so you bottom line is you're saying that my black screen produces a level that's so dark that you can't see it? That's my technology next to a light gray screen. I want you to get a look real close to look to it. My screen is supposed to be so dark that it can't produce an image next to a gray screen. You see the difference in how light these screens are? Look at the color at the bottom. Look at the color at my screen, how dark it is. So if my screen produced an image so dark, look at that right there. Look how well it's matching to the screen. You want me to get any closer for you? My friend, my screen produces the highest white level of any black screen out there on the market. I could blend in easy with a light gray screen with no problem whatsoever. But the problem we have here is that your light gray screen, and as I said, can't pull contrast. Let's show you another one. So all you would have to do is this demonstration right here. You can choose any projector. I own 20 of them. Any one. I have projectors that are 43, I have laser, I have DLP, you name it, we have it here. This is a pull. My screens can pull white level with no problem whatsoever. At 20,000 to 1 contrast, a gray screen cannot pull contrast at all. My friend, contrast is everything. Light controlled environment, my friend, I do demonstrations outside, where ambient light rejection technology is tested outside. All right? So I have a demonstration. When you get a chance, I want you to Google something called 1100 ambient light rejection challenge. That is a demonstration that's done outside on 1,000 lumens at 12 feet back. Look, now he's coming up with the whole muddy thing. Oh, it looks muddy. It looks muddy. Dude, your screen, the gray screen's not even showing. Show me where. Show me where the black level is at on the gray screen. Just show me where, anywhere. Show me. And it's show me where the black level's at. It's 20,000 to 1 Optoma. Show me where you can see on the screen a black level on your gray screen. So let me get this straight. You would pay $1,100 for an ultra short throw projector that you can't even see a black level on? Man, trust me. And I got demonstrations designed for people like you. And this is the point part where bottom line is, oh, wait. Please don't say the settings. Don't say that, because that's the dumbest thing you could say. Dude, dude, I have projectors of 1,000 lumens. I have projectors of 50 lumens. I have projectors of, what do we have? We have projectors the Panasonic at 1,500 to 1, so 1,600 to 1. I own 2 Sony projectors. I own a Sony Ultra Short Throw projector on my floor. I have 3 of them upstairs that I own. I buy projectors just about every day. So I test my product on just about everything. Gray screens, bottom line, can't pull contrast. You're looking at it right here live. You're not pulling a contrast level. This is a fully lit environment. Look how well lit my environment is. And you want to talk about ambient light control? I do demonstrations outside, man. With no problem. Even at 43, you would fade. Please. Like I said, post it at the bottom. I want to see your, showed you beautiful fish tank. My image pulled up a high enough level with no problem. Dude, don't even talk about testing. I've seen some of the demonstrations that y'all do on gray screens. And I'm going to tell you something. Dark environments, can't even see the corners of the wall. Y'all don't even do it. Your proper demonstrations are not even done right. EMP Supernova. Do you do demonstrations against other high-performance screens? Any of them? Show me any demonstration. If you're doing any demonstrations outside, one of them, just one. You can feel free to post on this page. Look, I won't even remove you for posting a link. Just post me one demonstration of you showing me a gray screen outside at 5 o'clock producing an image on contrast. One demonstration. Just one. He says nothing. If my screen, like I said, was so dirty, I would not be able to pull up the image I just showed you a few minutes ago. It wouldn't be to pull up bright colors. Even with the lights out, look at the colors of your screen, my man. Look at the color screen. Look. You see how bright that fish tank looks? My screen is sitting right up against a light. How dark is the image? Let me back up. How dark is the image? Look how bright the colors are. My screen would have the ability to pull a high enough white level. In order for me to sit this close to a screen that is 5 times lighter than my screen. All right, now he's gotten to the point now he's just not there anymore. All right, my friend, you got to go. I'm sorry. You're sitting here looking at the demonstration with no problem whatsoever. And I'm showing you right up close on the camera my screen right next to a gray screen. That's lighter than mine. Keep in mind, if I put this on an all-white screensaver, the gray screen is going to automatically pull a higher white level. So if it's pulling a higher white level, why is it my screen that's not as white as a gray screen is pulling a high level when it comes next to color? Yeah. This is one of the individuals that when you talk to them, these are people that if you explain to them that the sky is blue, they will argue down to their last breath that the sky is orange. They're like, nah, you're wrong. It's an orange sky. You're sadly mistaken, my friend. It's orange. Now, he says that the reason why it's coming up gray is because the demonstration I'm showing you is meant for a TV. You spin the wheel on that one. I don't know where to go. I don't even know to begin with that one. So how does that have anything to do with it? If I show any demonstration involving black contrast, the projector is automatically producing a black level or a black image to hit the screen with. As the screen does not have enough contrast, the image will fade and wash out, which means you will get shades of gray because the screen does not have the capability to pull contrast. I don't understand exactly how I cannot understand that one. It's very simple to explain. And if you can't pull a good contrast level, that means your colors will fade. This is why I do the demonstrations with the multiple colors of red, blue, green. For my demonstration, I show a white level first. When you see the white level, you see our screen becomes a little darker. The first thing that pops into your mind, because I want that shock factor. The first thing that pops into your mind is, okay, his screen just came up a lot darker than the lighter screens. So that means when he puts on a red, that means the image is going to come out brighter than his screen. When the image doesn't come out brighter, it comes out faded, as you're seeing in the fish. Now watch the beta fish move back and forth across the screen. You think you're seeing actual red. You're not seeing red. You're seeing a faded version of red because the screen doesn't have a proper red color. Now watch this. Watch me go back. This is with the lights out. Take our technology, we'll put it right against the screen. Some people just don't want to accept it. They don't. And they have to accept it. Now you notice how the colors pop a lot better because the image in the background is showing black. This is your OLED demonstration. OLEDs are designed to show a lot of black, a lot of contrast in their demonstrations because their TVs are black. Black screen is producing such a high enough and bright enough color that it's actually coming close to the other screen. So watch this. Oops, sorry about that. Too close. We got a fireworks display going on. That's for later on. I got a fireworks display to show you. This is why the OLEDs look incredible, because that screen is producing a high black level, which means anything that hits that screen, it's just going to blow. It's going to pop off that screen. It's going to explode, as you're seeing here. Because Mr. Fishy. Now there you go. See the difference? See the red here? You actually thought you were seeing red, but you're not seeing red. You're actually seeing a faded red. And over here in the black, you're seeing an actual real red fish. That's what you really get. So he sits in the dark. Keep in mind, this is an ultra short though projector. Again, at 20,000 to 1 contrast, at 3,600 lumens, sitting less than a foot away from a screen. If your image is long throw, it has to travel a distance. This doesn't have to travel a distance at all to hit. But as you can see, if you look up close, we can see the scales and everything, the detail on the fish. You can see the black background. You can see the white letters at the bottom. And then over here, you got this faded image, faded background. That's what you have on an $1,100 projector. But he's over there ranting about gray screens have their purpose. Yeah, they have their purposes, all right. Yeah, they do. They have their purpose to be painted over with our technology, and that's what we got in that contract. That's what our technology is designed to do, is to paint over the screens to make them next level installments. That's what those contracts are for. For all those the churches and schools and stuff that are so plagued by these gray and white screens, this is what this technology is designed to do. Because I could turn my lights on and I can have light coming through my windows and I can watch Tron. We have demonstrations of that. Can't do it on the gray screen. Washes out. Then you got to figure out why your colors look so nasty, because then you got to go and you got to calibrate your projector to get the colors right. And you need to calibrate it. It's still not going to get there. That's one angry individual, boy, I tell you. Now you see the night sky? Most people get zoned in on the color. And go, wow, look how beautiful the color looks. Looks absolutely amazing. They get zoned in on the color. They don't realize that the background is gray. So when you're home and you're watching your screen, gray. It's not black. Now, because the last I checked, when you look up at the night sky, it's not gray, it's actually black. Well, not black, but a dark blue. You know what I'm talking about. And that looks much better. I can't believe he had the nerve to call this environment ambient light controlled. I guess he hasn't been here in the daytime when I have the windows open, all the light pours in. But look at all the windows I have in this environment. Now, what was he saying about skin tones again? There you go. That's what I'm saying, man. You're gonna sit there and try to tell me, oh, what about your skin tones? Please, don't even begin to start with me on that. We'll add more light in. So if my skin tones were so dark, they wouldn't look the way they look right now, what you're looking at right now. I said, those are the angry people who want to sit there and say, well, Mr. Bird, you're showing all these contrast levels. Let's see some bright, beautiful images. Let's see skin tone. Those of you who have been on my channel, you know I do demonstrations on skin tones and do demonstrations on white levels. I do demonstrations on snowstorms. I do demonstrations on anything that's white. Heck, there were times I'm sitting there just running through the channel trying to find white snowstorms to show the screen's white levels. Now, look at the red levels here from the red levels there. Let's take our lights out. So when they come into the channel, speaking all that, because you're not going to come in here and challenge me and tell me, oh, well, what about white levels, skin levels? There's skin levels right there. I just showed you. There's white levels right there. I just showed you. My screen is pulling such a high white level. Mine, the two screens next to it are light gray. My screen is jet black. He can come back later on. I'll unblock him so he can come back in later on because I want to give him the hugest piece of humble pie. And I hope he has milk because I do not want him to choke. So here we have a black screen that produces high white levels, right next to light gray screen. And for those demonstrations to be done, I was asked for those demonstrations to be done. Show me your gray screen. Hold on for a minute. Now you see the difference here in the reds on a black technology versus on a gray screen. See how faded it looks there? Look how bright and good it looks there. But like I said, all I asked is for one demonstration. They're going to come out to my, oh, show me your white levels, show me your white levels. Well, there you go, right there. I'm showing you bright colors. I'm showing you white, beautiful background. The screen's coming up. It's not dark. It's not dirty. And it's producing better color than a light gray screen. Because it has so much of a high white level, it can't produce contrast. There's no contrast. It can't add color pop to it. Now, all I ask in return, which they will not do, is if you have a gray screen, like the fellow came in the room, just do a couple of screens that are different colors. I have the ingredients down here. You can copy it and do the exact same demonstration and do contrast. Because I can show you on my black screen, I can show you how our screen produces beautiful bright colors. All I'm asking from your side is to show me a demonstration on contrast levels. And this is the one thing they will avoid. So here's the thing. If your gray screen has a purpose, as in being to produce bright, beautiful colors, and I'm showing you a black screen that's doing the same thing your screen doing it, but better, but can produce contrast, something your screen can't do, then guess what? That makes your screen obsolete. Because now this black screen can do both. And we can even have the, oh look at the, so I ordered the rest of the LED lights for my gaming room. What lights are on? Ordered the rest of the lights for my gaming room. So my gaming room is almost done. The rest of my stuff comes here today. I'm going to light it up, man. That room is going to look like Tron when I get done with it. Tron! Not to be disrespectful to the fellow, but man, I can't stand the naysayers, man. The naysayers. Ugh. Should have screamed at him, "Are you not entertained?" If you're not entertained, then I don't know what to do with you. Well, not now. It's changed over. Let's pull up, let's see what we got. I'm running out of stuff for to do here. I really am. Here we go. I like this one right here. I like the beat of this. Let's go back to our black levels. Here we go. Show Mr. Horsey. this out. Reds do not do well on gray screens. They just don't. Almost as worse as blacks and blues. They don't pull up that well. Mine is a black screen maintaining color. Not coming out dark, not coming out dirty. It's maintaining its white levels. And this is a 9. This is a 9. Keep getting that. These are 9s. We got a 10 in the works. A 10. It's going to, man, it's going to put every screen to shame, man. We have an ambient light rejection 10. You think the 8's a beast? Carl, we're going to nickname the screen the Widowmaker. That means any screen that comes against it, it's going to trash it. And that screen is strictly designed for black diamond. Because guess what, buddy? You're next. Look how blue the water looks. Now, what was you saying about skin tone again? Supposed to have tone to your skin. Everything washes out. Like I said, this technology, man, I cannot wait till we get the 10 launched. 10's brutal. It's a brutal screen. I know I showed a glimpse of what a 10 looks like. A 10 next to a white wall it's insane what that screen can put out. They look close enough to TVs, and we have to literally bring TVs in to test them against a 10. And one of the TVs we will be bringing in against a 10 is an OLED. That's how bad. I don't want to curse, but that's how freaking vicious 10s are. We can match them up against OLED TVs. That's how vicious it is. We showed a glimpse of what the 10 looked like. This is nothing. This is nothing on what we're working on. I told you that's why that contract. They saw the 10. We actually sent them a demonstration of a 10. They signed all of them, the 8, 9, and the 10. And that contract is official. I just signed my name this afternoon, sent it back over to them, and we are now officially locked into a global contract. I think what I'm gonna do is, because I still want to sell screens, man. I really like this part of it. I mean, manufacturing and supplying is all good and all, but I think what I want to do is, I think I want to basically have, I want to do dedicated gaming screens. I love freaking gaming screens. I want to actually design and build my own gaming screens. I mean, stuff with certain perks on. I can't tell you what the perks are that you can actually add to your screen, but that's what I want to do. I want to do gaming screens. So I think I want to do something separately that has nothing to do with the contract. And then that way I can basically market the product that I want strictly to my customers. You know what I mean? 'Cause I still want to basically be able to sell screens you know, and then I can keep that at a certain price. You know what I mean? Because that'd be a whole different entity that would be different from what they're actually doing with the product itself. Which means I would have to develop a technology. Ugh, this is gonna be tricky too, because it can't be under 9 and 10. Can't be. And it can't be higher than 10, because they're gonna win on that. So it has to be a little bit of tricky area there. But yeah, I do want to do a gaming screen, a customized gaming screen for my customers. I mean, you can use for anything else besides gaming, but still, that's something I want to do, because actually we're looking into 3D printing screens. That we're looking into doing 3D printing a screen. I'm not going to tell you how you put it together, but it's going to be the most interesting thing you ever had in your gaming room. I don't want to use it for, but they're going to be designed for gaming. They're going to have all kinds of cool stuff on them. I got some drawn up on it, some different ideas that I'm working on for these customized gaming screens, because I'm a huge gamer and there's a lot of things missing from a screen I would love to see put into it. Especially these fixed frame screens. Fixed frame screens are all the same. Got that thick border wrapped around the screen, and then you got freaking just a whole lot of things I just don't like about it. And I'm just going to basically just reconstruct mine from the ground up and just build it where you can actually just add perks to it. You know, okay, so when you buy a PC and you buy the bare bone kit and you have, like, you know, a place like Alienware will allow you to go on and basically customize how you want to design your own PC, anything down from graphic designs, artwork, the whole 9 yards. That's what I want to do, but I want to do it with a gaming screen. Of course, I couldn't care less if anybody else mimics the same idea, because you don't have our technology. It's our technology that makes the screen pop. So I couldn't care less if you basically mimic the same design as before. But yeah, we're working on something. It does involve smoke technology, because that smoke screen we have that you can see right through, that thing is amazing, man. Rear projection on the screens are insane. That's another screen we have. Ooh, wait a minute, I forgot about smoke technology. That wasn't even added into the contract. They don't need anything about the smoke. So that is a screen, literally, we could design and incorporate that into a gaming screen. Because the way smokes are designed, it's a dark screen, but it's rear projection. So imagine if you have a screen that filters light. That's what they're designed to do. That's why the screen looks so freaking bright. That's where we take the screen back and have a fully lit environment, and light can hit it, because the more light that filters to the screen, the brighter it actually gets. You've seen what smokes look like, right? Hold on for a minute. I'll show you one of these things. If you haven't seen one, I'll show you what it's like. We got two of them downstairs. We got a 100-inch, and then we got a smaller one of smoke. But they are quite strange. Let me show you the oddness of a smoke. That's a smoke. That's a wallpaper screen. That's what they look like. It's the most weirdest color you ever seen, huh? Yep. Interesting. Here's something else. It's our own special coating. It's designed to give the screen the ability to be able to transfer light through it. So the more light that filters to the screen, to me, keep in mind, you can be with the lights out and it's still bright. They are quite beautiful. Let me show you a little. This was the first sample at 10% done. That's the first sample at 10% done. Only 10% done. Not even done. You're not even at 100%, not at 50%, only 10% done. This I might incorporate into a gaming screen. I think this is going to be my new project. Since I'll have, by the end of the year, more than enough capital to choke a horse, I think I'm going to invest a lot of money into that freaking technology right there. And I think I'll have packages with it too. I think I'm going to have projector packages with it. We have a 4K package, 720p package, and a 1080p package. And hopefully I can market on getting them, or actually with the people I'm actually working with, they have a lot of pull in certain things. So I may be to get a good on the ground floor, maybe getting maybe projectors and pallets. I would love to get a pallet of 4Ks. If I get a pallet of 4Ks, that means I can start doing 4K packages, which I want to do. Good, reasonable 4K package. So let's come over here for a minute. I don't think I have to do any more demonstrations on a gray screen paint mix because it is what it is. I mean, if you buy it, and I explained to you before, also too, keep in mind that glitter we showed you, yeah, it does. It has its downfalls. It has horrible downfalls. I want you to look at this really quick. So you see that sparkling effect going across the screen? That's what your screen. That's what I tell you. When you see it be post at the bottom, not responsible for a sparkling Christmas tree effect that you will have all over your screen. This stuff is annoying as I don't know what, because every time I look at it, I can see it flash and flicker in the corner. Look at that. That's that Christmas glitter. This stuff was designed, it's not designed for projection screen. This stuff was designed by Lowe's for people who want like a kind of glitter effect to their interior of their house. That's what it was designed for. This stuff was not meant to be put into a screen paint. But I see people do it. All right, so I'm taking my projector back upstairs. So wifey, when she comes home, she can hook this up. I have to recoat my screen because I remember I'm actually finishing it off. And also too, hopefully if my stuff gets here from Amazon, if I kick them real quick. So we got the rest of our orders coming in. We got ship out tomorrow. You think that's a curse? Well, I'm not cursing. So let me show you. I told my wife is couponing. She's into this whole coupon thing, and her girlfriend's been going out. So every once in a while, you see a whole table full of craziness. All right, so these are we got more of the canvases in. These are the canvases. Now keep in mind, the canvas screens are a bit, they don't fit in the box. The other ones fit in the box with no problem. The black ones fit in the box with no problem. So if you get your paint and you go, gee whiz, I didn't get any canvas, you're going to get canvas. We got to put them in a separate package like this because it will not fit in the box. So you're going to have two tracking numbers, one for the screen and another one for the box. So if you get a canvas screen, keep in mind that, and you don't see your screen in there, please don't go into a fit of rage. It is coming. It's just going to come in another package because canvas screens are big. So this screen right here is going to be a 6x9. This is free. This is actually a gift from our company. We give you the blackout cloth for free. The difference between this canvas and I said, and the canvas you get from Home Depot, which we advise you do not buy because the Home Depot canvas has seams all into the surface, and on top of that has a lot of nicks and a lot of string hanging off the screen, a lot of imperfections, and you will see that on your screen if you paint it. This right here is an artist canvas, so it's designed to be nice and smooth. And basically, I've done a few of these myself. Now, keep in mind, if you do the canvas screen, we do apply. I'm sorry, we don't apply. We do let you know that the best thing you want to do is basically coat it. Well, any screen you do is fabric, you want to coat it with a form of primer or anything else, because keep in mind, this is a material, it's going to soak up the paint. So what you want to do is you basically want to cover it with a primer. Once you cover it with a primer, let it dry. Doesn't take that long. Then you put our application on top of it and you're done. That's it. Because what the primer does, the primer allows to add a coating on it that's not going to allow the screen to absorb paint because it's already absorbed as much paint as it could through the primer. All right, these are my optical cables for my Xbox. So now I can hook up my Xbox to my giant screen. And I think that's basically about it. So I have these orders, and these right here on the floor. And then I have another 20 more upstairs. And like I said, if your tracking number hasn't activated, they will activate tomorrow. Still waiting for the rest of my containers to get here. And also too, like I said, we have orders going out all this week. So we're all good to go. All right, with that being said, I think Friday may be the last day for that that 1 gallon. Was it 1 gallon? Oh, no, I forgot. We're not going to do Friday anymore. I forgot about that. I'm sorry. I apologize. It's not going to be Friday. We actually upped it. So a lot of people are asking me that they wouldn't have enough time to go in and get the paint in time for that special deal. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to extend it for 2 more weeks. And we're going to add in 2 more weeks, and we're going to add 200 to the shopping cart, 200 or 300 to the shopping cart. So everybody has enough time to go in and get the paint for that 1 gallon and that giant screen. If you want to paint a massive giant screen of 180 inches, or you just want to break it down with 2 screens, one in the backyard, one in the front. All right, with that being said, this is the last demonstration I'm going to do on the gray screen paints. Like I said, You know, it is what it is. You saw the demonstrations, you know what you're getting yourself into. If you do decide to go down that road and paint the screen, just keep in mind you get what you get. That's all to it. Bottom line, I'm just showing you it's not what you think it is. And keep, instead of you going out and spending all this money for it, you can pretty much just make it for yourself. Make a gallon of it for like 30 bucks. Like I said, if you're going to go down that route, then just be prepared. You're going to get that freaking glitter effect across your screen. It's so annoying. You don't see it on my end. On my end, it is so freaking annoying to look at. You're going to get that, and your colors are just going to wash out and fade altogether because these screens don't pull contrast. All right, people, I got to go. I got to get ready and get these rest of these orders done. And I still have to go over there. I have to coat my screen because now I had the 9 at 10. No, the 9 is at now a level. It's at the, so I've got to go back here. The 9 is now at 50% done. So this screen has to be, it's going to be 50% done, but before the 9, basically, it's incorporated into the contract. Keep in mind, like I said, there's patents and stuff being drawn up for it. We have copyrights, and we have a trade secret that's actually being attached to the technology to protect us. All right, got to go. Thank you all for your time, and God bless.